last. And they said we wouldn't last. But we're still here, Mother.
Well, you might have become old externally, but you have not become irrelevant. Time is a strange thing. I described it just now as something that is ultimately going to destroy you. But you never catch time. You only catch the evidence it leaves. And especially if you compare it to a photo taken 20, 30, 40 years ago. So that's nice too, but it doesn't last.
They say that a good thing never lasts and that it has to fall. Those are the people that did not amount to much at all.
Give me the baseline and I'll shake it. Give me a record and I'll break it. There's no beginning and no ending. Give me a chance to go and I'll take it.
The enjoyment of a beautiful thing is not necessarily non-spiritual. The attachment or the excessive preoccupation with it, with the attainment of it, that takes you away from reality, the truth of who you are, from awakening. But when you can let go of when things come and then things go.
Don't tell me to stop. Tell the rain not to dry. Tell the leaves not to turn. But don't ever tell me I learned. No, no. Take the black off the crow. But don't tell me I have to go. Tell the bad not to lay.
And so it's always a good little test when something leaves you or is stolen. If then upset arises, then, oh, I was attached, I thought I was not. But perhaps things come to you and perhaps after a while you give it to somebody else to enjoy.
Cut me down the middle. Fucked me up a little. You said I was your queen. I tried to give you everything, and I'm no longer needed. You said it was over, wanted it to end. Then you had the nerve to say that we could still be friends. Now I'm in the middle of Heartbreak City, and it's not that pretty, and I still feel shitty.
When you use that analogy to point to an inner reality where you're able to be alert and still, and then you create spaciousness. The more spaciousness you create, the more effective your thinking will be when you start thinking again.
That's
Because then thinking can link into this creative intelligence, and then it can be inspired by that.
That's the journey of an artist. Because if you don't make yourself vulnerable, you can't channel creativity, right?
Right.
My feelings of being vulnerable allow me to create. However, then I have to present it to the world and stand up for what I believe in. I mean, I have my days where I feel like a warrior and invincible.
Ladies with an attitude, fellas that were in the mood. Don't just stand there, let's get to it. Strike a pose, there's nothing to it. Oh.
And I have my days where I feel like an open wound.
I'm not myself standing in a crowd. I'm not myself and I don't know how. Not myself right now. Jesus Christ, will you look at me? Don't know who I'm supposed to be. Don't really know if I should give a damn when you're around. I don't know who I am. I'm not myself when you go quiet. I'm not myself all alone at night. I'm not myself, don't know who to cry. I'm not myself at all.
Well, first you have to be careful with yourself so that you do not get drawn to either one or the other extreme.
But that's human, isn't it?
And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. It's human nature. It's human nature. And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not your bitch. Don't hang your shit on me.
When I asked you a question earlier, I just want you to know you looked away, and that's a tell. So
Right.
I met this mentalist in Tel Aviv when I was there for Eurovision, and he taught me some things. So watch out.
Give it up, do as I say. Give it up and let me have my way. I'll give you love, I hit you like a truck. I'll give you love, I'll teach you how to.
Erotic, put your hand all over my body.
Well, you can appreciate your appearance if it happens to be good. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's no need to be attached to it. But you can only not be attached to it if you can sense the underlying presence. And then it's not a problem when suddenly you look in the mirror again and you realize that the apple doesn't look the same anymore. It's wrinkly. And one day perhaps you'll be 90 and you'll just emanate presence while the body is shrinking. And somebody comes and asks you questions, and your answers may be simple, but there's wisdom there.
I mean, I'm not going to lie, I had some pretty good times throughout all of my life, but I also was kind of like a spinning wheel in many respects, you know. Sometimes I was ecstatically happy, and sometimes I was depressed, but I won't say that I didn't have any fun. But, you know, sometimes fun is overrated.
The choice was mine, and mine completely. I could have had any prize that I and the year was forever and a day. So what use could 50, 60, 70 be? I saw the light and I was on my way. And how I left, how they shone, but how soon the lights were gone.
In our civilization, old age is not valued. Old age is not associated with wisdom in our civilization, because our civilization doesn't even know what wisdom is. Wisdom? How do you measure it? What is that?
Everybody comes to Hollywood. They wanna make it in the neighborhood. They like the smell of it in Hollywood. How could it hurt you when it looks so good?
How did this happen? Madonna, we followed her for 40 years.
She just celebrated her 62nd birthday and posted these new photos, and it's pretty apparent she had more work done.
Madonna's hands had for a long time been a sticking point for the press, which seemed to have aged far quicker than any other part.
The world is full of people who talk